everyone, welcome to Special Angel Art Dolls. My name is Nicole, and on this channel we do lifelike dolls and lots of fun. So today I am back with another really interesting question or topic from one of my extremely loyal viewers. And her current name on YouTube is Bouncing Baby Bubbles. And I brought my sweet Trevor on today. This is Trevor Leaf. And I had actually tried to make this video changing him into what he's wearing now. And I got interrupted with a phone call. So I just decided to just finish changing him and just show him while I talk to you. But he's lying here with, he's wearing this sort of, I believe, brown onesie from the Children's Place with this little pattern of bears and trees all over it. It's like a forest themed. And light gray sort of, I think this is called waffle knit maybe. Little joggers from Honest Baby. And his little feet are hanging out because it is starting to get warmer. And this outfit is all very lightweight, even though it is long sleeve and long pants. I need to actually get him some summer clothes in his size because I changed his body from the one that he originally comes on. He is Pumpkin Spice Nice, by the way, sculpted by Jan Wright, and of course he is from Paradise Galleries. But he wears 3 to 6 months most comfortably now. And so he does need some new things in his size, especially for the warmer weather. But he's just holding on to his little coffee cup lovey that he is never without. It's got the little face on it and little heart latte art on the top. And then the blanket, I'm not going to pull it out of his hands to show you, but it says, "I love you, a latte." And instead of love, there's a little heart there. It's so cute. I paid entirely too much for that little toy at a children's boutique that my mom and my aunt and I went to. But I saw it and I love coffee, you guys. And so I just couldn't resist it. So this really insightful question that I was asked was, if you could go back in time and if you knew what you know now and could have what you have now, if it existed, would you only ever have manufactured dolls? And this question came about, I think, because I have transitioned into actively collecting only manufactured dolls. I do still have my reborns, and I love the ones that I have kept. Now I have downsized my reborns quite a bit. That used to be sort of the main part of my collection. And now they are greatly outnumbered by my manufactured dolls. I have 7 reborns and I have 12 manufactured dolls. 10 of them are Paradise Galleries and 2 are Lee Middleton. So if I can go back in time, would I only have manufactured dolls if they existed in the form that they do today? And I have thought about this for several days now, and honestly, I don't know. On one level, I would say yes, because the fact is that I don't need the hyper-realism of reborn babies. I don't need that. Much of it I can't even benefit from because I can't see them. And so that sort of begs the follow-up question of, well, then why did I want it? And I'll tell you, because I was chasing something that I could never have because money can't buy it. I desperately wanted to have children. And I was trying to have the most realistic baby dolls that I could get my hands on. I think subconsciously wishing and hoping that they would fill the place of the children that I didn't have. Now, when people asked me, or if I was talking to somebody about my dolls, I would say, of course, they can never replace a real child. But I think subconsciously I wanted them to, until the time when I could have that real child. And of course, we're not even talking about the same thing here. I mean, a lifelike baby doll, while it might resemble a real baby in every single detail, will never, ever be like a living baby. The care that you must have for another living thing, be it a child or an animal or an elder person that you're caring for, whoever it is, whatever it is, that it just doesn't translate into dolls. So now that I figured that out and I'm not chasing after that anymore, I'm completely, utterly, perfectly happy with manufactured dolls. And I'll tell you something, my bank account is a whole lot happier. I'm happier with my own financial choices, even though it doesn't mean that I'm immune from making mistakes. So I guess if I knew now if I knew then what I know now psychologically, then the answer would be yes. Just a couple of days ago, I had occasion to think about if a situation arose where there was an emergency and I could only take, very little with me, which dolls would I take? And of course, in an emergency situation like that, or, any kind of thing where safety is a priority, that's not going to be what I'm thinking about first. I'm going to be thinking about having what I need and my people and fur babies having what they need. Especially Benson having what he needs. And I would, most definitely prioritize his needs over even my own, in that kind of situation. But if that was all taken care of, and if I could bring out just maybe 1 to 3 dolls, which ones would I bring? And the ones that I chose, that my mind just automatically landed on, like I didn't even have to think about it, they were all 3 Paradise Galleries. They were my Yanni DeLong babies, that I've started to call my rainbow triplets, because I love imagining them actually as siblings and as triplets. And so that tells me a lot about what I've come to value in my dolls. The realism that people are able to create with reborns is amazing. And the reborns that I've kept, I love. But that's not why I'm still here. I'm here because I like dolls, because I like baby dolls. I do like lifelike baby dolls. I do want them to have some realism. I want them to, resemble real babies. But that's just, that's as far as it goes. I don't need, I'm not worried about like individually rooted hairs. I'm not worried about glass eyes. I'm not worried about veins and capillaries and things that I can't see. I care about what the doll means to me. And actually, you know, I've kind of sometimes found myself in a position, and many of us do who are content creators, of having a doll that, you know, somebody fixates on, or maybe more than one person fixates on this doll, and they want one just like it, and they kind of obsess over this doll that we have, especially reborns. This happens to. And reborns are one of a kind. So they say, where can I get one like that? And I say, you know, I've had to say, well, this artist isn't painting anymore, but this is the kit. And, or maybe, you know, sometimes it has to do with the portrayal of the doll or whatever. But in any case, it's really, really uncomfortable to me to be in a position where somebody wants what I have that badly. I would much rather be able to say, oh, you can go on this website and it's this doll that you want, and you'll get one that's just like mine. And then it's kind of up to them to figure out that, you know, buying exactly the thing that someone else has doesn't necessarily bring happiness. But you know, yeah, the sort of reborn envy is really uncomfortable to me. So overall, I'm finding a whole lot more comfort with my manufactured dolls. And my awesome dolly sis, Penny, over at Lighthearted Life and Collectibles, said it really well in a reply to a comment that I made on her latest video. Because she is expecting a new type of doll. She's gotten completely out of reborns and even lifelike baby dolls. And is collecting like ball jointed type dolls. And she has a new type of doll coming. So, you know, if you would like to see that, go over to her channel and check her out. But, you know, she expressed the sentiment that she was just in it for the fun and not necessarily looking for, you know, really, really high levels of realism anymore. And I said that she had expressed exactly how I felt about my Paradise Galleries dolls, because what I look at with them is their character, like the little character that I can see in them or sense or feel when I hold them. And I just want to have fun. Like, it doesn't matter to me anymore whether somebody thinks my doll is a real baby. I mean, it's kind of fun and funny when that still happens. And it does. But that's not what I'm here for. And I told her that, and she said, yeah, I'm just here to have fun. And so that's really how I feel about it at this point. So I hope that answers the question. I guess it's yes and no. No, because if I hadn't had all of the experiences that I have had over the years buying reborns, then I wouldn't understand the peace of mind that I have now. I wouldn't understand how much easier it is. Just the whole process. And I wouldn't understand how affordable these dolls really are. And I just don't think that I would appreciate them for what they are as much as I do. And once again, I am absolutely not saying anything negative against reborns, because I still have some and I love them and I enjoy them. But these are the babies that I'm actively collecting, and I'm really, really happy in that. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my sweet Trevor. He hasn't been on for a while. So until next time, let's move this around here. Hold this in this hand like this. Yeah, you can grip that just like that. And God bless.